Recreation personnel changes each year in part. Some young people move along from us and go into other things, and new ones come and join us. As a matter of fact, we still have with us an Altoona youngster who has been with us for 5 years, but he's not here today. He is our road manager, but today he's on his way to Nashville, Tennessee. He sang with Katie Brooks on WNOX in Knoxville last night, and Jim Worthing is on his way into country music, and so he's going right to the hotbed of it today. They'll be doing a TV taping down there on Monday, and we hope you'll be able to see them on the Nashville Network before long. But we wanted you to know that your Altoona youngster is still singing and doing a remarkably good job of it. The other young people in recreation come from all over the country. They'll introduce themselves and tell you where their hometowns are, but they've been doing some wonderful things in the past year, and in churches and in institutions they've been sharing what God has given them with a lot of good people and a lot of people who need their help and the help of folks like you. So they are involved in good causes, as you are, by coming here today. Our opening song uses all of the main ideas from Psalm 100. I have taken those ideas and reworked them into what we think is a singable configuration for us, and we'll present them in the first 2 verses of this song. Then I've written 2 more verses. One of them is about the Old Testament. One is about the New Testament. We'll sing those. And then at the end of the song, we'll put them all together and sing them at once. And by that, we hope to indicate that we are joining our voices with those who through the years have lifted their hearts in praise to the living God. This is Hymn of Praise, and this is Recreation.
Made us all. grace worship with you this afternoon. All of the songs in our program have been written by our director, Mr. Brooks, except this next section. It's older than Mr. Brooks, and that's old. This is Recreation's Heaven Medley. If you know any of the songs, please sing them along with us.
Tell me of a home far beyond the Jesus, sing his mercy and his grace. In the mansions bright and blessed, he'll prepare for us a place. Onward to the prize before us, soon his beauty will behold. Soon the pearly gates will open, we shall tread the streets of gold. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon. Boy, it's great to be with you here today. Thank you so much for having us and for coming out and sharing your love and a part of your life with us here today. Well, before we go on with our program, we'd like to introduce ourselves to you. My name is Mark Stoddard. My hometown is Basking Ridge, New Jersey. This is my 3rd year in recreation, and I sing baritone.
Hi, my name is Jay Muller. My home is in Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania. This is my 1st year with recreation, and I sing tenor.
And hello, my name's Judy Fitch. I'm from Dallas, Pennsylvania. This is my 1st year with the group, and I sing alto.
And good afternoon, I'm Bruce Smith. I'm from Middleton, Wisconsin. This is my 1st year in the group, and I sing bass.
Hello, my name is Mandy Daggett. I'm from Union City, Pennsylvania. This is my 2nd year with recreation, and I sing alto.
Hello, my name is Joanne Kloss, and I'm from Strasburg, Pennsylvania. This is my 1st year in the group, and I sing soprano.
Hello, my name is Lauri Wilkinson, and my hometown is Greensburg, Pennsylvania. This is my 3rd year with the group, and I sing soprano.
Hello, I'm Greg Shirk. My home is in Richfield, Pennsylvania. This is my 4th year with the group, and I sing tenor.
Well, you all see 8 of us up front here, but there are 2 members of our group you haven't met. They're right over there at the soundboard, and we'd like you to know them.
Good afternoon. My name is John Imhoff. My hometown is in Ship Bottom, New Jersey. This is my 2nd year with recreation as the sound engineer.
Good afternoon. My name is Jack Helm. My hometown is in York, Pennsylvania. This is my 1st year with the group as the lighting technician.
And there is one more member of the organization we'd like you to know. She takes care of our costuming and staging and generally takes care of us while we're on the road. She's our director's wife, but we like to call her Mom. Mrs. Carolyn Brooks, right over to the side there.
Thank you very much. In the Bible, heaven is pictured as a place of reward for the people of God. God told John that heaven is a place reserved for those who have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. The blood of the Lamb is God's river of life.
Have you spent your whole life searching for a way out of your sin? Do you feel the sheer frustration of the awful mess you're in? Have you thought there must be something you can do to save your skin? Then sit up and pay attention. This is how you can begin. Come on down to the river, dip your garments in the flow. Come on down to the river, it's the way that you hold. Let the rushing scarlet river cleanse your weary, troubled soul. And the precious blood of Jesus washes sins as white as snow. Now the nicest thing about the story we have shared with you is that when you reach the river, you begin and finish too. For when your sins are washed away beneath the cleansing flood, Jesus gives you life eternal by the power of his blood. Come on down to the river, dip your rushing scarlet river cleanse your weary, troubled soul. And the precious blood of Jesus wash your sins as white as snow. Come on down to the river, dip your garments in the flow. To the river, it's the way that you owe. Let the rushing scarlet river cleanse your weary, troubled soul. And the precious blood of Jesus wash your sins as white as snow. Come on down to the river, dip your garments in the flow. Come on down to the river, it's the way that you owe. Let the rushing scarlet river cleanse your weary, troubled soul. And the precious blood of Jesus wash your sins as white as snow. Let the rushing scarlet river cleanse your weary, troubled soul. Weary, troubled soul. And the precious blood of Jesus wash your sins as white as snow. And the precious blood of Jesus wash your sins as white as snow.
Thank you very much. Over the years, Recreation has often presented in our worship services a song especially for the children. Now, we don't have any children with us this afternoon, so you all are going to be our children, and I'm going to teach you a song, and you're going to sing it, and we're going to have a great time. You ready? Now, this is how it goes. I'll sing a line, and if you sing it back to me, then you'll have it all learned to be ready to sing. Like Noah in the ark, Jonah in the whale. Like Noah in the ark, Daniel in the lion's den. Like the Hebrew children in the fiery furnace. He'll keep you safe and then. He'll set your feet on the solid rock. And give you a job to do. No matter what the worry or the work may be. Our God will see you through. Once upon a time when the earth was new, people wouldn't listen to God. So God said, "No, hurry up, build an ark. Pretty soon there's gonna be a flood." Pretty soon there's gonna be a flood. So because he believed, Noah built a mighty ark, gathered in the animals too, and they all stayed dry in the bottom of the boat when the storms and the hurricanes blew. And they all stayed dry in the bottom of the boat when the storms and the hurricanes blew. And you can stay dry too. Like Noah in the ark, Jonah in the whale, Daniel in the lion's den. Like the Hebrew children in the fiery furnace, he'll keep you safe and then. He'll set your feet on the solid rock and give you a job to do. No matter what the worry or the work may be, our God will see you through. He will see you through. One day the mighty God said, "Jonah, get up and preach to the people in town." But Jonah said no and went out to see that a big fish swallowed him down. A big fish swallowed him down. So Jonah called out from the belly of the fish, "I'll do it, Lord," he cried. And the fish jumped up and spit him on the shore. God was satisfied. And the fish jumped up and spit him on the shore, and God was satisfied. When God called, you can't hide. Like Noah in the ark, Jonah in the whale, Daniel in the lion's den. Like the Hebrew children in the fiery furnace, he'll keep you safe and then. He'll set your feet on solid rock and give you a job to do. No solid rock and give you a job to do. No matter what the worry of work may be, our God will see you through. He will see you through. Like Noah in the ark, Jonah in the whale, David in the lion's den, and the Hebrew children who are the promise he'll keep you safe and well. He'll set your feet on solid rock and give you a job to do. No matter what the worry of the work may be, our God, you know our God will see you through. That's right.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for serving as our children's audience at a time when we had no children present. Our young people have been singing about 4 of the miracles of the Old Testament. Now, the idea of miracle for us is something absolutely supernatural that goes above and beyond anything else we know or experience. But that isn't really what miracle meant to the people who wrote the Bible. They thought of miracle as being simply more of God. They recognized that He was Creator and that we were the people He had made, and that therefore His activity in our lives continued. And there were times when His activity increased, and when it did, it was called dynamite, dunamis, miracle. Well, when you stop to think about it, for all of God's children, miracle is probably an everyday occurrence. And I'm sure that if you considered what has happened in your life even today, you probably would feel that on some occasion, or on occasions more than one, there had been miracle in your life this day. We'd like to ask you to take just a moment and think with us about one of the great miracles of the New Testament. You remember that in the 11th chapter of John, we're told that Jesus was called to come to the home of some of His friends because a member of the family had died. He arrived there 4 days after his friend was placed in the tomb. The Bible tells us he went immediately to the grave, and there he wept. And then, with that voice of authority that only the Son of God could have used, he spoke, and his friend came back from the dead. I have often wondered what it might have been like if you and I could have heard that story from the lips of the man in whose life the miracle was worked. And I think that whatever else we might have heard from him, we would certainly have heard some of these things from the friend of Jesus called Lazarus.
I've been thinking today of how strange it all seems that I should still be here on earth, and how not long ago, in the depths of the grave, Jesus gave, as it were, a new birth. For I died, don't you see, and was buried by friends who were shrouded in sorrow and gloom. But the darkness exploded with radiant light when he thundered, "Come forth from the tomb." And the stone rolled away. Come forth from the tomb. He put life in the clay. For the keeper of time holds the keys to the grave. once more to the grave. But the one thing that keeps me from utter despair and drives away sorrow and gloom is that all men will rise on that great judgment day when he thunders, come forth from the let the stones roll away. Come forth from the tomb. Come out of the clay. And the God of the ages swings open the gates to eternity's peace and reward as he calls to believers who wait for his voice. Come forth from the tomb. Come forth from the tomb. Let the stones roll away. Come forth from the tomb. Come out of the grave. And the God of the ages swings open the gates to eternity's peace and reward as he calls to believers who wait for his voice. Come forth from the tomb. Come forth. Come forth from the tomb. Let the stones roll away. Come forth from the tomb. Come out of the grave. And the God of the ages swings open the gates to eternity's peace and reward as he calls to believers who wait for his voice. Come forth from the tomb. Come forth. Come forth from the tomb.
When the God of the ages swings open the gates to eternity's peace and reward, as he calls to believers who wait for his voice, come forth from the tomb, come forth. Of all the great events in man's history, not one has approached the magnitude of that day when Christ returns to this earth. And when all of those who have trusted him take their places with him to receive that promise that he has prepared from the beginning of time for those who love him. It is our hope and prayer that all of you are ready to meet him in that day. There are so many, many things important about that decision. But it would not even be possible had it not been for an event which occurred 2,000 years ago, when God's Son died on Calvary's cross to pay for your sins and mine. I always want Recreation to tell that story, because I think Christians never tire of hearing it. And those who are not Christian need to know what was done for each of us on Calvary's Hill. And so I wrote the song that Recreation will share with you now. This is the story of the day Christ died. It has in it all of the major events of that day, including his 7 last words. And it brings us finally to that place when God had his victory over man's sin in the resurrection of Jesus. This is the most important story you will ever hear The name of the song is Thunder and Lightning.
So he opened not his mouth. lightning flickered in the distance as the crosses all were raised and dropped into the holes where they would stand. Thunder rumbled oh so softly, though the day was bright and clear, and an eerie wind blew strangely o'er the land.
In the crowd beneath the cross, the eyes of Jesus sought the face of the woman God entrusted with his care. When at last he saw his mother, he committed her to John. They would share unending hours in praise and prayer.
With the needs of others settled, Jesus soon became aware that his loving made it difficult to breathe. Then he turned to those who nailed him and called out, "For help, I thirst." And the soldier raised a sponge for him to drink. As the cool, refreshing liquid soothed his parched and aching lips, Jesus turned his thoughts to what was just ahead. He must pay the price of sin for all the ages of mankind, and by 3 o'clock that day he would be. He must pay the price of sin for all the ages of mankind, and by 3 o'clock that day he would be. And by 3 o'clock that day he would be dead. He could take that, he was ready for this purpose he had come, and he would not flinch from what he had to do. But the conflicts that he faced and the loss of life itself were as nothing, for now God would lead him to. It was filled with darkness settled on the face of all the earth. The sun was blotted out from human sight, like the rising roar of cannon. Thunder shook the universe, lightning pierced the darkening sky with stabbing light. And upon the wind and thunder, cutting through the earthquake's roar, came the voice of Jesus pounding like a rock. Oh my Father, why have you forsaken me? Oh It is finished. It is finished. It is finished.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We think that's the greatest story we know, that Jesus is Lord of creation and mighty to save. And we're grateful we've had the chance to share it with you here again this afternoon. Once again, we'd like to say thank you to Bart Raines, the manager of Kmart, for taking care of the arrangements that allowed us to be with you. And to remind you that we'll be back on the stage here tonight at 7:30, presenting our other program, which is family music, Broadway style, and with all the lights and all the things that go with it. So if you have opportunity, come back and be with us tonight and bring your friends. We make a guarantee about tonight's program. We guarantee that if you don't believe it's one of the best hours of entertainment you ever spent in your life, anywhere, anytime, under any circumstances, we'll bring the whole crowd to your house for dinner. Plan to come and be with us. After we have finished one more song, our young people will be down here to say hello to you. I hope you'll stay long enough to greet them, tell them who you are, and perhaps we'll have an opportunity to see you at another time, another place. We are often in the Altoona area, in churches here, and we hope we'll be back here more because we like the people and the area and all of the nice things that happen to us when we get a chance to visit with you. If you're interested in the music you've been hearing today, it has been recorded and is available on cassette tape. Jay, where will the tapes be? Back in the lobby? So if you're interested in those tapes, they're available, and we hope you'll stop by and take a look. Our young people are all over this nation sharing something that you've shared with them today with people who need them. We sing in Veterans Administration medical centers in all 48 contiguous states and in many of the institutions throughout the state of Pennsylvania. This is the State Parks Representative Group, this and the Katie Brooks Show, and both groups are in town here frequently. So we're looking forward to getting a chance to know some of you personally. Thank you for coming. Thank you for making a contribution to this cause by your presence here today. We'll be having just a moment of prayer, and then Recreation will sing one more number.
Prince of Peace, Prince of Peace, Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Prince of Peace, Prince of Peace. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Prince of Peace, Prince of Peace. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. To the heart that is troubled by sin, the soul crying out for release, the Redeemer invites you to Him. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. The Prince of Peace, Prince of Peace. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Prince of Peace, Prince of Peace. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Made for true, mine anew, waiting for you. His pardon is waiting for you. Prince of Peace, Prince of Peace. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Prince of Peace, Prince of Peace. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Sinners find release. Prince of Peace, Prince of Peace. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Prince of Peace, Prince of Peace. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. Jesus is the Prince of Peace.
How long have you been with him now? I just started my 4th year about a month ago.
You've seen, I guess, a lot of members come and go. And
Yeah, I feel.
Is it difficult to get acclimated with the new members and get them into the program?
It's amazing because each year we really, until the last minute, you don't know who's going to come in or who isn't. But the people just come in, the right people just sort of mesh right in. And sure, there's some feeling there. Well, we missed this person because he did this and that. But the other people just fill in and take over, and it's just the family just keeps growing. And it's not just like the other people are forgotten. It just keeps growing, and it's easy. It's not a difficult thing, but it's really a neat and interesting thing. And I don't think there's an organization like it, but I don't know.
Hey, this is going to be great. What do you enjoy doing the most?
I enjoy doing the church service the most. I enjoy being on stage and doing the church service because that's my way of communicating. I feel like I speak through my singing.
Yeah. Do you like meeting all the people that you do?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts too.
Yeah. I mean, what is the
you say the philosophy behind recreation?
The philosophy? Recreation was formed as a service organization, and we go around and we do Veterans Administration hospitals and retardation centers, prisons, nursing homes. We do all that type of thing, and that's the format. That's philosophy. And recreation is more or less to reach out and help people, I think, mostly.
One of the seniors.
My favorite part would have to be the service, I think, and next to that would be the experience that I'm gaining through this.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of great experience, no doubt about it. I guess, how many concerts do you do a year now?
I believe it's approximately 350 or so.
How long have you been with your group now?
A little over a year.
Oh, really? Great. How did you get hooked up with this organization? How did you find them, or did they find you?
Well, we sing in high schools and churches all through the state, and they happened to sing in my school and in a church in my town. And plus, last year, there was another girl from my school that I knew very well, and that was in the group. So I found out all those ways.
You know, one of the great things I think about recreation is you go out to meet your audience. Do you enjoy that part of it?
Yes, very much. Very much. That's how you make friends, and they continue to come, and then you have certain people that you know at almost every show. That's really nice.
I guess a lot of food.
I think the dedication to the service kind of things we do, like tonight, singing for benefits, or actually singing for the institutions that we do is real rewarding for me. I've never really been exposed to any kind of handicapped people or people that are so-called forgotten by society as we do sing for a number of times each year. And that's basically the foundation of the organization. And so that's really been something that's been instilled inside of me, and I'll be sure to make sure it's a part of my career when I'm out of the group, is to remember the people who are institutionalized and things like that.
I found that kind of a common theme in talking to you all now, that you really enjoy meeting your people and helping people.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's what you're all about.
Oh yeah, the public relations is excellent. It's great. Oh, it's very demanding. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't want it any other way. I love it when we're busy every day, and we do shows pretty much every day during the year. Keep busy, right? Doing all things involved with the group, so it's great.
It's the primary thing we try to teach when they come to us. Some of the young people we have are particularly shy when they come to recreation, and they have a lot of talent, as you can tell when you see them on stage, but part of the teaching we try to get across to them has to do with making their message reach the audience that has come to see them.
What would you say is the underlying philosophy of recreation?
Service. When we started the group, I had been visiting in institutions throughout Pennsylvania, centers for the mentally retarded, prisons, retirement villages and senior citizen centers, and we recognized that there was a need for good first-class entertainment in those places, and that good groups weren't going there. So we felt if we could get together a group of young people who were interested in serving other people, that we could put a performance like this on the road and have it in those places. And that's what we've been doing ever since we started.
Tell me a little bit about the history of the group. Way back in the days when you first started it, fill me in a little bit on that story.
I was on the faculty at Penn State in the Recreation and Parks program. And it was because of that that I was visiting the institutions. We recruited our first group from the Penn State student body. But since then, young people have come to us because they've seen us on the road, have asked about the program, and have expressed an interest. So we've taken them as we felt they were brought to us by the Lord's Spirit and by the program as it grew. We've been in 37 states this last year, and we didn't realize when we started that we would have a national program before long, but the USO dropped its work with Veterans Administration medical centers in 1981. And since that time, I have had the responsibility of coordinating that program. Recreation does as many of those shows for us as we can get them to do. The Katie Brooks Show goes for us often, and as the USO did, we use other groups when we have opportunity. There are no more USO shows in veterans hospitals. There are recreation shows, and we have the opportunity and responsibility of providing them. It's been a national program for a while, and we're very grateful for that.
What do you do as the director of recreation?
I think the one thing I would like to say most to people who see our show and understand our program is that I've been working with young people now for about 35 years. And my feeling is that the young people of this generation and every generation want to serve and to help others, and they're capable of doing it. And if those of us who are far enough along to help them get it done will open the doors for them, they'll provide a service that's badly needed, and they'll do it in a first-class manner. We just have to believe in them and help them get started.